Good morning, YouTubers. How's everything going? I'm already sitting on the bench gasping for air and it's really hot. So I've landed myself in the Undercliffe Cemetery again. I can't keep away. Now the reason why I'm here is, as you know, in the last few videos we found quite a few abandoned graves within the Bradford area. It is concerning, as you know, so I'm here just to show you how unique historic area can be preserved by the local community, by charities, by volunteers who are passionate about this and restoring local history. So I'm going to go around and I'll do my best to capture some of the volunteers, try get some information, and do go on to the Undercliffe Cemetery website, I think it's .co.uk, and head yourself down here, talk to the volunteers. You might be interested to do something like this because there's so much of it to be restored, and there's so many monuments and graves and cemeteries that have history attached to Bradford. So it's very important to keep this going and not leave it in a state as the other cemeteries we've visited in the past. There's a lot of family history, social history, military history, plenty of guided tours you can book off the website. You can work with schools. There's a lot of ecology, botany and wildlife to preserve here, and most of all, grab yourself some skills in restoring graves and landscaping. As you can hear in the background, you know, there's lawnmowers going away like no one's business. Good morning, Pam.
Good morning.
Right, I'm in the Undercliffe Cemetery, and I've got one of the volunteers who's actually restoring a grave.
Yeah.
So I'll just take a quick footage. So this is the one that's been restored.
Yeah, it was completely overgrown.
Sorry about the noise in the background. We've got volunteers obviously doing a bit of landscape.
Yeah.
So a quick question, what is the reason why you're doing this? How do you prioritise which graves to do first?
They do have a plan, but because I just like this little section, I just thought it was such a shame that they were hidden, that I decided to make it my little project for now.
So it can be something like more personal or something you want to do? Yeah. Right. How long have you been doing this?
I've only been doing about 18 months.
Right. Yeah. Great stuff. Yeah, I'll just have a quick another look. I know there's
They're all very dedicated here.
Yeah, I know there's a lot of variety of work you guys do, but I'm particularly interested in, I know landscaping has to be done. It's a massive cemetery. I'm particularly interested in the graves, restoration of graves, which is obviously
I'll take you down
just
here
as
and then
important.
I'll take you further down.
Smile.
Camera.
Yeah.
This section here,
Yeah.
couldn't see anything. Nothing at all.
All right.
Over here on the right. And one man made it his project, Chris.
Yeah.
And he did it all by hand.
Right.
And
okay.
then, as you can see, there's a lot of crosses. And they noticed that all the crosses were down because they'd been cemented on, and the cement had perished over the years.
Right.
So another chap who had just retired from a factory
Right.
went back and asked his bosses if he could make some pins.
Right.
And he went and made these pins, and so that they could get a lot of the crosses back up.
Oh, these here.
Yeah.
Nice.
But that's an old pin. That's an original pin, but not all of them were like that. A lot
I
of them
get
were
you.
just
Yeah,
cemented on.
it's well. You can tell rusted away. It's an old one.
Let's put that one back up, and you can see a bit of fresh cement around it. But
That middle one there.
yeah.
Yeah, that middle cross. Yeah. Again, was that cemented down? Yeah.
That was pinned and then cemented.
Pinned and cemented.
Yeah. They try and pin them all.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, this gentleman and his wife, who were both volunteers here,
Yeah.
very big part of the team,
Yeah.
were killed a few weeks ago in an accident.
Oh dear. Yeah.
So they're trying to find how they can make these pins to continue the work. you
Right.
know?
Because it is a bit of a specialist job, isn't it? Not anybody.
He was brilliant.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
used to come in, you know, the filigree around. I mean,
Yeah.
it's all like these old chains and that. He got he took it into his firm and did all sorts
Right.
and put it back into situ. Now this whole section here was completely overgrown.
Right. You can tell it's quite freshly.
Chris came in
Yeah.
and he dug every single one out by hand. Got hardcore, put it in. Got topsoil, put it in, and then put the pebbles in on the top. But unfortunately, we've got the enemy of the brambles coming through. He has weed killed all this, but it doesn't kill the brambles, so we don't know what to do about that one.
Right.
There's a bit of filigree down here that Ted managed to.
I mean, how long did this take then? This must have
Oh,
taken
it's
a while.
been over 12 months.
12 months.
But
work.
he comes in 4 and 5 times a week. does
just shows
Chris.
you. Just shows you, doesn't it?
And he does it all by hand.
Yeah.
He wheelbarrows it all away.
Incredible.
And they found some nice ones. They found a bell ringer from the cathedral in the 18th century.
Really?
Yeah. That, I'll just show you
Yeah.
this.
So it just shows you don't know what you'll find. Although
No,
you
no,
work here,
no, no.
it's still like
We're still discovering
Discovering,
all the
yeah.
time. They discovered, have you heard of the Bradford Pals?
I have, yeah. I don't know much about it, but I have heard the.
It was World War One, and it was a group of men who enlisted from Bradford, and they called them the Bradford Pals. And they discovered one about 3 or 4 months ago, hidden deep. And when they looked at did the history, he was the 6th person to enlist for the Bradford Pals.
Oh right.
So this is the bell ringer. Now this was just huge hole. That was face down in the hole. That was up on its side and that, but we did have to get some mechanical
Right. I see. Yeah.
devices in to help us.
Let's get a bit closer and I'll see what it says. Oh, I think.
Unfortunately, it's popped.
Yeah. Apologies.
face
Yeah.
down.
Yeah. Apologies for my shadow. It's just the way things are.
Yeah, it is. So that's why he's got the belts on. So that was a
Right.
great find. We loved that one.
Yeah. There you can just see the bells there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Incredible work. It is. I need a lot of dedication, like you say.
Yeah. We love it, and we're a good team. We all
No,
rub
it's
along
good.
together. So
It's a good thing.
if somebody needs help,
Yeah.
they come. And particularly me being the only woman, you know, they're really good and supportive
Yeah.
of me. Right, I'll take you down.
Yeah,
You see,
sure.
all this is, that's what this was like.
Yeah. Those shrubberies right at the back. Yeah.
All this across the path. There'll be all sorts in there that we'll uncover eventually. A lot of this sort of work is winter work.
Right. Because.
Because of the brambles. and
yeah,
everything.
yeah.
It all starts, it makes it easy, and then we can have fires.
So I'll just pan across. Like Pam's saying, this is freshly. What's the word? Renovated.
Restored, yeah.
Restored. Yeah. And this is just like a percentage of.
Oh God, there's 27
Yeah.
acres here.
But don't
Humbug
know.
Billy was had sold. Do you know what humbugs are?
Yeah.
Sweets that are striped and minty.
Oh right. Yeah. Yeah.
Humbugs. And Humbug Billy had a stall in the market in town in the 1800s. I can't tell you exactly
Yeah.
the date.
Yeah.
And he sold humbugs, which was a big seller in those days. And he was running out of supplies, so he sent his apprentice around to the supplier
Right.
to restore his stock. When he went around there, the head chap wasn't there, but his apprentice was there. So he gave him the list, he gave him the barrels of stuff, he put it on the cart, took it back to Humbug Billy. He made all these humbugs, and there must have been something on at the weekend, a fair
Yeah.
or something. And a lot of people in town, they bought these humbugs. Anyway, I think within 2 days there were 16 dead, and the contributing factor was that they'd all been eating these humbugs.
Right.
So the police got involved, and what was a police force sort of, and investigated, and they found that every one of them had bought humbugs from this chap.
Right.
So they arrested him. But when they did the investigation, they found the apprentice went around to the other apprentice. The other apprentice filled the order.
Like Chinese whispers,
Yeah.
so to speak, yeah.
And he'd given him arsenic instead of one of the other
Oh, right.
ingredients. Accidentally.
Yeah, yeah.
So nobody was actually charged. And you know Rimington, the chemist?
Oh yeah, still around, yeah.
Well, Felix Rimington was asked to do the autopsies.
Wow.
And he opened them up and found, that's how they found they'd all died of arsenic poisoning. So then what Yorkshire did was they used Alex Rimington to do autopsies on suspected poisonings.
Okay, yeah.
So he, you know,
My God.
started working for them.
What a story.
Oh, there's lots of stories, but I can't remember them all.
Yeah,
There's
it's
too much to
remembering the
take
dates
in,
and
you know.
stuff, yeah.
I'll show you my favourite grave, and then
Sorry, where's this humbug?
Humbug Billy.
Is
He's
it?
in an unmarked grave.
Oh,
would you
right, I see.
believe?
You're right, I see.
Yeah. It's a shame, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, look at all this. This has to be
Yeah, it's all popping.
restored, yeah.
Isn't that a shame? Would you believe we flattened all that a few weeks ago? Well, about 6 weeks ago, all that was flattened.
Yeah, we've got such a weather for growth now, haven't we?
We just can't keep up.
You
with it
can't,
all.
no.
Impossible. They recently found one in here, and he got the DCM, which is the Distinguished Conduct Medal, the
Right.
MM, which is something militaire, which is a French medal,
Right.
and he got something else, and they didn't know about him anyway. They cleared it all and contacted his family, and his grandson comes up, and he's actually started to become a volunteer, and he does this section near his granddad's grave.
Yeah.
So that's one little
It's
section that's being
It's
done.
well maintained. You can tell straight away,
Yeah.
can't you? Look at the foreground or the background, should I say? And
That's right.
yeah.
You see that goes right through. There's all sorts.
Yeah,
in
yeah.
there. These are all getting into the Gothic
Yeah.
area.
I do come here
Which
quite
is-
often.
right.
It is very interesting, you know.
That's my favourite. I think
Yeah.
she's lovely with her baby.
I don't know the history behind it, but it's
I
really,
don't,
really.
I don't, but there is a history if you
Yeah.
take the name and look it up.
Yeah, it is very popular because if you Google this particular monument,
It's on postcards and all sorts.
yeah. Might be something I'll need to come back to and revisit.
And you know, about 10 weeks ago,
Yeah.
we cleared every bit of this. We took trees down the lot,
Oh dear, it's come back yet. Like
and
you
it's
said,
come back.
it's endless in it, like you say.
It is. We'll go. Sorry, I'm going
Yeah.
in front of you. We'll go around.
It's all right.
here.
I'm guessing you know your way around the cemetery.
You have to, don't you? I haven't got mine today. We usually have walkie-talkies, only because, you know, there has been a bit of, well, there is a lot of trouble in here.
Is there?
Mm.
Do the gates close? I mean, or
Yeah, they do. Like,
are people still getting some out, I guess?
yeah. But, you know, when I was younger, there used to be rangers coming on motorbikes going around checking everything. You
Oh.
see these at all? That's what I wanted to show you.
Yeah. I don't even think this has got a headstone or any indication.
No, and there's nothing. Oh, it's on the sides.
Is
yeah.
it? Oh yeah.
A lot of them, you know, if they didn't have a lot of money, they put them on the sides. That's why things get missing, you know, when it grows up over it.
Yeah, yeah.
Then we clear it and we think, oh, look.
Oh, look at this, yeah. No doubt these are next on the list or at some point top of the list to do.
I don't think so.
No?
I think there's something
Because that's
else.
that many, I suppose.
Yeah,
Where do you start?
yeah.
Yeah, I see what you mean. Go look at that across there.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful. There's some lovely things in there, but there's a big hoo-ha whether to take the rhododendrons down.
Right.
A lot of just people that come in here
Yeah.
don't want us to.
Oh, right.
But at the end of the day, we're a cemetery.
Yeah, yeah,
We're
yeah.
here to maintain the graves, so it can be a bit of a sticky. And they said that we're disturbing the wildlife.
Yeah, that's the other thing in it, really.
Wildlife they'll always alter
Yeah.
their habitat to suit themselves. We have a fox that stays in there. We go in the fright of my life. That tree, we've chopped it all down during the winter and had a big fire and tried to get rid of as much.
Yeah,
as we
I was
could.
looking at that earlier. It is very unusual, isn't it? Yes.
Well, and the robins follow us when we're working because they know we're going to disturb the soil, you know, for the worms.
Oh, right, that's interesting.
They'll even
yeah.
come and sit on your shoulder, you know. They're so tame, waiting for you to unearth some more worms for them. They're amazing.
Clever.
Just watch your foot in, love.
Sure. Oh, look at that, yeah.
Big job, you see.
Yeah.
We can't always lift it by hand. So we're trying to raise funds and that to get a bit of a digger or something like that, but
Yeah, it's totally sort of gone sunk in on it.
But luckily the headstone's still there, which is more modern actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a real pity. Yeah, an awful lot of the restoration is done in the winter months. We come in even if it's snowing. We come in and because you soon get warm.
I mean, look at this one behind you.
I know.
God, I've not
It's
seen
like
it.
the Cross of Calvary, isn't
Yeah,
it?
I've not seen anything like it. There's some effort put in it
There's
there.
a couple of these rock ones and all, and I think that okay.
Oh, right, so that's actually, that's
it,
deliberately done,
that's,
right?
Yeah, yeah.
As you can see, there's acres and acres of area within the cemetery that needs restoring. By all means, like I said earlier, come along, do your best, let's restore some history. How little, how much time you can give is irrelevant. The main thing is we've got to keep chipping away and get this place, or some areas of the cemetery, back to its original look. So what stage is this at? What's the reason for the pebbling?
Just decorative, really.
Right, okay.
And webbing to try and keep down the weeds.
Right. There you have it, guys. Just a short video on the Undercliffe Cemetery and a bit about the volunteering project that goes on here all throughout the week, but Tuesday is a main day for volunteering. So I'm going to get out of here. It's just too hot. Until my next vlog, peace out.